of every deal that I work on, I need at least $3,000 at minimum. Now, how did I come up with that $3,000? Who knows? I just want the $3,000, period. For you, you may be fine with getting a deal where you make $1,000 or $500. It doesn't matter. All of that is more than zero. And guess what? You don't own the product. You don't own the product. The only thing that you're doing is making connections, connecting a seller to a buyer. That's it. Get your water and get you some wine. I should have had some wine.
With exposure, execution, and consistency, there is nothing you can't do. Just keep planting.
So I have some really exciting news. The Responsible Homegirl is now taking sponsorships. So what does that mean? If you are a business owner, you can promote your business on the Responsible Homegirl podcast. And we have plenty of listeners across YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and even Spotify. So if you are wanting to increase your brand awareness, get more sales, all of that good stuff, start advertising your business on the Responsible Homegirl podcast. Click the link below and I'll send the information directly to your email. Now let's get right into the episode. Hey, welcome back to the Responsible Homegirl podcast. I am Kiani, the Responsible Homegirl, and this is a space that I have created so young adults can become financially responsible and wealth conscious. So I'm going to jump right into today's episode where I'll be teaching you how I made thousands off of a product that I do not own through wholesaling mobile homes, okay? Get your pen, get your pad, and get ready to take notes because this episode is going to be filled with gems that you can apply to actually start doing this. So I started my wholesaling mobile home journey about, I would say 2 years ago. At the end of 2020, probably about November, December sometime, I invested $250 into a course that was being offered by the Mobile Home Elite Investors. If you do not know who they are, go follow them on IG. They share plenty of amazing content. So IG, YouTube, all of that good stuff, go check them out. But I paid $250 for that course. And inside of that course, they talked about how you can start investing in mobile homes with having no money. So I'm like, okay, this is exactly what I need. I need to get my toes wet, get my feet in the water without having a whole lot of capital up front. Didn't have any land. So all of the things that it kind of takes for you to become a landlord and own an actual mobile home to use it as rental property, Kiki wasn't there yet. One thing that you have to know when you are starting this journey is with everything, know where you are right now versus where you want to be, and know that you're going to have to take some steps to get there. So with that said, I started with wholesaling because it is an easy way to get into the field. It doesn't require much money down, but it does require some money to actually get started. So after investing in that course, I really took some time and procrastinated, just being honest with y'all. But then coming into 2021, I was like, you know what? I need to actually apply what it is that I learned in that course. Knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. So you can buy courses, ebooks, all of this stuff all day long. But if you're not taking action, literally nothing is going to change. So in 2021, I was like, you know what? I'm about to get started. We about to, go full-fledged in with this thing. So outside of my $250 investment for the course, I made like another I think it was like maybe 230-ish. It was probably more or less. But I paid about 230-ish for some bandit signs. So bandit signs are really just these yellow and black signs or whatever color you want them to be that says we buy mobile homes. And then I created a Google number so that people wouldn't have my personal number. They would have a Google number, but I would still get the phone calls. So I ordered the bandit signs. When the bandit signs came in, me and my immediate family, shout out to them, we went out around my hometown, we put them out, and y'all, immediately the next day I started receiving calls. So I'm like, this is working. So people started hitting me up left and right saying that they had mobile homes to sell. But just because somebody has a mobile home, that doesn't mean it is a good mobile home. We'll get into the process and all of that stuff later. But once I receive different phone calls, my next thing is to really just try my best to get out there and actually see the mobile home for myself. Because sellers, they can tell you whatever they want to tell you, but you can see when you go in that house is it in livable condition? And if it is not in livable condition, then what is it that they're willing to take for it? So that's the next thing. Once you actually started working with people, this stuff is not hard. Wholesaling mobile homes, you are essentially the middleman. So you bring value to this equation, you bring value to the situation by connecting a seller, somebody that wants to get rid of their home, to a buyer, somebody that wants to buy mobile homes. So mobile homes are great because, for one, they are affordable housing. I know that y'all know that the cost of living, the cost of housing is extremely high and extremely expensive, and everybody is not in a position where they can rent or even own a home. So a mobile home is a great alternative. So when you're wholesaling mobile home, don't think of it as, oh, like, I am getting more money off of nothing that I own. No, you are getting money for connections. You are literally a connector. So when someone calls you and says, I want to sell my mobile home, you go out to the mobile home, inspect it, look at different stuff, and y'all agree on a price. You get that in writing. And then once you get that in writing, you add on a fee that you are going to charge for making the connection. Now, your sellers, they don't need to know that fee because they're not responsible for that fee. Your buyers, they don't have to know that fee at all. They just know that they are paying this dollar amount for the mobile home. So a prime example, if I'm working with a client and she says, I want $7,000 for my mobile home. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to go out, look at it, make sure everything checks, see if it's even worth $7,000, because mobile homes are depreciating assets. They are just like cars. So no person is going to get more for their mobile home than what they actually bought for, because like I said, they depreciate. As days go by, they depreciate. Even though it's a home, it is a mobile home equivalent to like a car, right? So back to my example, this person, they want to sell their mobile home for $7,000. I'm like, okay, cool. Make sure I check out, make sure they have the title, taxes paid, all of that good stuff. Now I'm going to find a buyer that is willing to buy this mobile home for at least $10,000, because off of every deal that I work on, I need at least $3,000 at minimum. Now, how did I come up with that $3,000? Who knows? I just want the $3,000, period. For you, you may be fine with getting a deal where you make $1,000 or $500. It doesn't matter. All of that is more than zero. And guess what? You don't own the product. You don't own the product. The only thing that you're doing is making connections, connecting a seller to a buyer. That's it. So if you want to make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $7,000, whatever it is up to you. So you need a seller that is willing to accept a certain amount. So in my example, $7,000. Then you are going to sell and market the home. I will always market the home for a little bit more than what I'm actually okay with accepting, just to leave room for negotiation. So if somebody wants to sell their mobile home for $7,000, I'll probably market it at $12,000. That way I can come down and at least get my $3,000 profit. If I get more, kudos. But if I get my $3,000, thank God, because like I said before, it is more than zero. So that's really all to it.
This episode is being sponsored by Saturday School. On March 19th, I'll be hosting the first ever Saturday School, teaching you all how I make thousands off of a product I don't own by wholesaling mobile homes. Just imagine that, a great side hustle that you don't have to invest money in, but you can make thousands off of. Come on now. If you are enjoying this video, make sure you go register for Saturday School. The link is below in the description box, or you can go to theresponsiblehomegirl.com and register to make sure that your spot is secure. There are only 20 spots. So if you are interested in wholesaling mobile homes and, like I said, earning thousands off of a product that you don't own, make sure you register. Let's get back into the episode.
You can literally make thousands off of a product that is not your own by connecting sellers and buyers. Sellers and buyers. That's it. That's all. Some people don't make it hard. Don't get in your head about contracts. All of that stuff is just things that are in writing, explaining that you're going to be selling this or you're going to be buying this as is. Treat this like a car, because it is. Now, I'm not telling you to just go out here and do it without doing your research. Everything that I share in the Responsible Homegirl podcast is for educational purposes only and to sow seeds in your mind. So if you're interested in doing it, do more research. Invest in a course. Find somebody who's already doing this, ask them questions, and then dive in. Don't just be out here aimlessly doing things without knowing. But I just wanted to share this because it is possible to make thousands off of a product that is not your own. Ask me how I know, because I've done it. The last thing that I want to share with this is the most valuable thing that you can build, or the most valuable thing that you can do to be successful, is building a buyer's list. Building a buyer's list. Now, this is going to come quite easy. Thank God for technology and Facebook, because people are always looking for mobile homes. But the hard thing is the inventory. And it's not even hard. It's just that you have to really be invested. And because I treat wholesaling mobile homes as a side hustle and not something that I'm really trying to build out and fully pursue, then that makes it a little bit more difficult for me. And my only way of getting people in right now is my bandit signs. But if I was putting like feet to the ground and I was willing to go like all in with this, then I would be calling mobile home parks, posting on social media, just doing all of these different marketing techniques to get my inventory up. Because as long as you have inventory, baby, you will make money. You will make money. And no, not all deals close very fast. Not all deals take very long. It really just depends. But this is a easy way for you to make thousands off of a product that is not your own. So I hope that you all enjoyed this episode. Make sure that you like this video. If you are listening on the podcast app or Spotify, make sure you like it, subscribe to the channel, leave us a review. Please. This is the way that more people are going to find out about the Responsible Homegirl, and they themselves can become financially responsible and wealth conscious. We are not leveling up alone over here. We're not doing it. Last but not least, always remember, with exposure, execution, and consistency, there is nothing you can't do. See y'all on the next video.
In this upcoming clip, I give y'all some behind the scenes footage and some tips from my sisters Ziri and Naya after we had a long morning putting out bandit signs in King Street. This video was taken over a year ago, and it's just so crazy looking at my journey with wholesaling mobile homes. Like I told y'all earlier, this video is sponsored by Saturday School, and the first Saturday School will be on March 19th. If you found this video intriguing and you're like, I want to make wholesaling mobile homes my side hustle and make thousands off of a product I don't own, sis, come join us in class. Like I said, the registration link will be in the description box. Thank you so much for tuning in, and catch these last minute tips so that you can be a successful mobile home seller. Okay, y'all, so we have finally came back to the house. Naya, Mama, Tata. Today we put out, I want to say about 35-40 signs just all around King Street. Any takeaways from the day, y'all? Any lessons, anything? Eat before you go. Any lessons, y'all?
Well, it was very fun, and watch out for dogs if you're scared of them. And also,
Facts.
And also do it nice and eat before you go.
Okay.